Either way, let's get into the defensive line pickups for this week. Let's just jump right into it.
Don't forget last
No,
week.
I'm not, because last week, I won't lie, we had a lot of hits last week. They were not at the defensive line position. Kayvon Thibodeau was 6 tackles, a QB hit. Depending on your scoring, you might have got away with it, but not the week we're hoping for. We're hoping you're going to get to the quarterback again. Greg Gaines, only 1 tackle, which again I blame Russell Wilson for because of the sheer lack of a game script for a defensive tackle, for a Rams defensive tackle, when they jumped to a 17-point lead in the first 8 minutes of the game. We also mentioned Dalvin Tomlinson, who pretty much was a miss. 2 tackles, a TFL, a QB hit. Not the night we were kind of hoping for in a revenge game against the Giants as well. So hoping to get back on track with defensive linemen. We did a lot better with other positions. But which one do you want to take it away with? We got 2 names here, both of which I think are interesting streamers for this week. Which I'll let you take the lead here, Axton.
Oh, I'll go ahead and throw out Carl Granderson, defensive lineman for the New Orleans Saints. If he's still on your waivers, he probably shouldn't be, especially at this point, considering just this last week he had a 6 tackle game, including a sack, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 quarterback hits. He's really been getting it done as of late. The last couple of weeks, he's had 13 tackles for a defensive lineman. That's a pretty good floor you're looking at for the last 2 games. It seems like he's been increasing his snaps, I think, probably due to Pete Werner's absence. Is that correct? I think they're using more of a D-line rotation with those linebackers, too.
I think it's also a testament to how bad Marcus Davenport has been this year. I think that's also a bit of it. And even Cam Jordan had a bit of a down year, but obviously he's still out there. But yeah, I think it could be a mix of a lot of things and just a need to get pressure without Cam Jordan's not carrying right now. And maybe they're just paying extra attention to him, which is opening more opportunities for Granderson.
Absolutely, yeah. And so, I mean, before the bye week and week 14, he really never saw consistent usage, anything from 20 snaps, 19 snaps to up to like 39, 49. Nothing really consistent to rely upon, but the last couple of weeks, he's seen no less than 43 snaps. So nearing 100 just for the last 2 weeks, to go with a sack and a half, several tackles for lost quarterback hits and such. Definitely going to be a good streamer going up against Philly this week. We'll just kind of have to see. I'm not sure. I would assume Jalen Hurts should be making his way back. But nonetheless, there's just going to be a lot of good offense for him to capitalize on this week. So he ought to be a good streamer.
I'm not even sure if he makes his way back, to be honest. We'll see. It's going to be really close for them because I think that shoulder injury is significant enough now that you take out Lane Johnson from that offensive tackle, which only helps Carl Granderson as well, with the Eagles losing their best offensive tackle and still probably having Minshew, who did fumble as well this weekend, as well as turn the ball over twice. So yeah, I think Granderson could be a very good name to keep it going. And I'm going to throw another name here that I will say I don't want to trust this type of name in my fantasy finals. It is a low floor guy. It's a 45% snap type of guy, but the production has been incredible of late. I'm talking about Darryl Taylor of the Seattle Seahawks, defensive end. Again, like I said, low floor. He's been around 40% of snaps the last few weeks, which is the highest he's seen of the season. He is trending up because he has 3 sacks and the TFL in the last 4 games in that span, and 5 quarterback hits as well in that rip. So the production has been there. They're ramping up his time, his opportunity. And listen, he plays the Jets this week. And the reason why Mike White missed a few weeks is because he got hit. He got hit really hard right in the ribs. And listen, I think Darryl Taylor is a good bet to get that sack yet again this week. I understand if people don't want to chase it because, like I said, probably 3 tackles, probably a TFL. Does he get the sack? He's done it in 3 of the last 4 games. I think he'll do it again. But if he doesn't, you're really disappointed. So it's a risk-reward system right now for the needy, for the deeper dynasty, for the deeper IDP leagues, which I know there are. We're trying to serve all of the niches out there. I think Darryl Taylor could be a nice play that is very lowly owned and not rostered in almost every format.
Absolutely. Yeah, you mentioned the low snap count, but obviously he's been getting a quarterback as of late. just kind of reiterating that matchup with the Jets. So I think that's a good dart throw for this week.
Yes, sir. And I do see your question, Willpower, in the chat, and we're going to get to that right at the end. It's always good for me to remind on how this goes. So keep on dropping questions in the chat. We're going to answer them after we go through the defensive side of the ball. So after defensive backs, we will answer your questions. And then after the offensive questions, we'll answer everything everyone has left, because we always say it is the best way to help you win your titles, win your championship, win your weeks, is when we can actually help the direct situations you're dealing with. So be sure to drop comments down below. We always want to help out with that.